Japan is a very serious country, which is why it's not a good place to pee your pants. I know this because I did it. When I was living there, I was 21 and teaching English in Osaka. And one night when I was walking home, there was an incident a few blocks from my apartment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who is this disgusting woman who pees herself in foreign lands? And I know I only have 5 minutes, but I promise you, I'm a really nice girl. You know, when I lived there, I tried so hard to fit in and be respectful, and usually I was good at it. But on this particular occasion, I had kidney stones, according to WebMD. Which means in reality, I had bladder cancer, and I was avoiding the doctor. I didn't want to go, the whole thing was bad. But then one night, I found myself washing my sneakers, and I realized it's time I go to the doctor. So I go to the hospital, and the nurse doesn't speak English, and I don't speak Japanese. This means I have to act out my problem. And the only real way to do this is to make like exploding hand gestures from your crotch, which was not dignified. It was not serious. There was no honor involved, but the nurse didn't laugh, which was amazing because I would have been dying. But you know, the Japanese, again, they're very serious, they're very dignified, they have this whole preoccupation with honor, and so they're very reluctant to make fun of you in public, which was extremely generous. And I was grateful as she sat there straight-faced taking notes, and I sat there straight-faced pretending to pee on the rug. So then they send me up to get a sonogram. And the technician is a young guy, kind of cute. He's got spiky hair and glasses, but he's very serious in a way that makes me think he's, you know, not new at this. He's new. And he speaks English, which is great, but he has a very thick accent. And I detected it when he asked me to lower my pants. And to which I replied, which again, I've only got 3 minutes, but I promise you, I'm a nice girl. Like it was not cool, and I felt really bad. But in my defense, I was so nervous. I mean, there I was in another country, dying of bladder cancer, and this guy asked me to take off my pants, and I'm fat, so you know, I felt so bad. But then I thought of the nurse, and I thought, you know, if she can endure the grossest game of charades ever played, then for God's sakes, get your shit together, Angela. That's what I said. And I vowed I was going to be honorable and nice and a good member of Japanese society and just a decent human being. So, you know, I lay back, I'm there in my underwear, I'm lying on the table, he's doing his exam, and then without any kind of fanfare, he says to me, "I need you to hold your breasts." And I said, "What?" He said, "Your breasts. I need you to hold your breasts." And, okay. So I was up there like this, and he's looking at the screen, and he turns around, and he goes, oh God. He goes, no, your breasts, your breasts. And he makes this gesture like Baby from Dirty Dancing holding those watermelons. And so I think that means higher. So I'm like this? And he's like, no. And so I'm like Marilyn Monroe, and I'm like this. And he's like, no. And so I'm like in the middle, like that, like what do you want? You know? I had no idea. And to admit it would just be to just disgrace this man, to say like, I don't know, you know, that's so rude. So I just kept pretending, you know? That's what nice people do. And so finally, I said to him, "Look, you know, you're a professional. I get it." And I reached for his hand, and I said, "It's okay. You can hold my breasts. It's fine." And he just swears in Japanese, "No." And he goes, "Hold your breasts like this." And he puffed out his cheeks like a blowfish. If I were as half as nice as I was pretending to be, I would have just nodded and done it. But since I'm not nice, I just laughed hysterically into his face. Awful. I had no chill, no honor, no dignity, no pants, just there screaming. While this guy kept trying to do the test, and it just made me laugh even harder. And I realized, you know, I had thought I was a nice person and a dignified person and a good tourist, and it turns out I wasn't. There I was, caught being a jerk, literally with my pants down. And I know what you're thinking, like, ugh, who is this asshole? Is she not just the biggest, ugliest American to ever cross the ocean? And the fact is, yeah, I am.